The pack is coming out, and you gotta love it. We're getting stronger through the night, slowly but surely. Ladies and gentle mages, civilians across the multiverse, welcome back to another episode with Man, and today we've got a juicer for you. We got Ambusher Flash, that is right. We are going to the depths of Historic, not even Explorer, Historic for this puppy. We got the Nightpack Ambusher. This is the only green card we are running in the entire deck, but this feels like a blue card essentially, even though it's a wolf. Obviously wolves are green, but the way that this plays with Flash, it really should be a blue card. I don't really know. I mean, obviously if it just created like spirits other than wolves, you would never even know. So what does this thing do? Other wolves and werewolves, you can still get +1/+1. I'm only running this as the only wolf, but if you don't cast something at the beginning of your end step, you get a 2/2 wolf creature token, which would be a 3/3. And the way that I'm playing this thing, I think this, again, I am relatively new to Historic, so if you're new to the channel, welcome. I usually play Standard, a lot of Alchemy, or Standard Alchemy, a little bit of Explorer, and almost no Historic, so this is a kind of new waters for me, but I'm excited to tread them and explore them. So, initially, you'd say like, why Explore or Historic? There's two cards here. I think Clique and Snapcaster Mage are only in Historic, I'm pretty sure. So that is the reason why I'm doing this. This has got Flash Flying, again, kind of like Flash Tribal here. Whenever it enters the battlefield, look at target player's hand. You may choose a non-land card from it, and if you do, they get to draw a card, but they puts it away. And this card could literally be like the single reason that you win, especially versus like Control. You get like rid of like a Farewell or a Supreme Verdict or something. It's just such a good card, man. I had to run it. And then the Snapcaster Mage, I believe this card came out in Innistrad. I could be very wrong, but excuse me. This is one of those cards that came out. I was very, very excited to play it back in the day when I played like very recreationally. I remember this card, and it seemed like pretty good to me. And like I just could not understand why it was so good. Everyone loved it. It was so crazy. But now I get to actually make it and play it for the first time. Whenever it enters the battlefield, we're just going to target instant or sorcery, and it's been getting flashback. And why is that so good? Well, I mean, we got Spell Pierce, Fading Hope, Make Disappear, and Quench. Now, Quench, kind of, I don't know how I feel about this. It is a strictly worse Make Disappear, but I still like the counterspell so much that I am running it. So let's go ahead and just address Rewind. Once you have a Rewind and a Nightpack Ambusher in your hand, it's game over. Because you counter it, you untap your 4 lands, then you go for Ambusher. It feels freaking broken, but I mean, I'm going to run it. Got the Brazen Borrower. I know I'm only running 2. I don't know how, you could probably kick this up, but I don't know really what you'd cut for it. Probably a Quench. Got the Brineborn Cutthroat. I remember that when this thing was in Standard, this thing wrecked me pretty good. Whenever you cast a spell during an opponent's turn, you get a +1/+1. So you play this, then you go for counters, and it gets bigger and bigger every time you counter something. You kind of lock your opponent out of playing. It's kind of crazy, actually. And Baral, Chief of Compliance, you could probably run 2, but I don't really know. I don't want to like waste a mythic wild or a rare wild card on this. Instant and sorcery you cost are 1 less. And whenever you counter something, you draw a card, discard a card. I like this card, but I don't know. I feel like you kind of want to have the counter ready when you play it. So it feels a little bit not really tempo-y, but I don't know. I got 1 in there. What the heck? This is Historic, baby. Sleep-Cursed Faerie, Fading Hope, and Spell Pierce. This is the deck. Again, the only green card we have this like crazy, like complicated mana base just for the Nightpack Ambusher, but I think it's going to be worth it. This card is a blast. This card definitely did its work against me in Standard, and I liked it when it was in Standard, but now we're going to Historic. And if you're new to the channel, like I said, we will be exploring, pun intended, exploring different formats periodically. So that's the deck. Go ahead and leave me a like. The button looks just like this. Go ahead and subscribe if you have not already. And without further ado, let's get ready to vanquish some enemies. Bedlam62, how we doing here? I think we're gonna go ahead and keep this. This is a pretty standard hand here. So again, this is Historic. So this is a very, very new thing for me. They get a 0/1 plant token with this creature thing, this land. I have seen this land before. I'm not gonna waste the Fading Hope on the token yet. Let's see if they play something a little bit more menacing. A Young Wolf. Okay. It has Undying. Young Wolf was one of the first ever cards I ever pulled. I think the Young Wolf may have been the first ever card I've ever seen. I'm not joking you. Innistrad or Eldritch Moon, one of those two is like when I first bought my first ever pack. It was in one of those, I think. So let's go ahead and get that. I think we do need land kind of for the Rewind. We also have our we also have Baral. I think that's how you pronounce it, Baral. So even if we do have like that, we can counter it and like bring some stuff. I guess we'll keep it. Yeah, I guess we'll keep it. Let's go ahead and drop this. We can go in for Baral, the Chief of Compliance, before they do anything. The might doesn't really bug me that much. The might doesn't really do too much up against our deck, but if they get rid of the Baral, we don't really care that much. Young Wolf, okay. So yeah, I mean, I actually was spoiled. Going back to the Young Wolf thing, I was spoiled. I got into it on Innistrad. Innistrad was like my first ever pack. And then the next one was Eldritch Moon. By that time, I was like kind of into it, but it was really casually. I wasn't like I didn't really know like standard or anything. I just played really casually. But all right, let's go with Kalani Garden. We got the 0/1s up for days. They're not going to attack, and again, we have Make Disappear for 1 because it costs less with our Baral, so not really sweating anything. Looking good. We got the Brineborn. Oh my God, Court of Calling. Okay, well we're not letting you do that. Just trying to think, do I want to go for Spell Pierce? I think we're going to go for Spell Pierce. Yeah, we might as well. We draw a card, discard a card. Let's go ahead and do that. And another Breeding Pool. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and ditch you. No big deal. Drop our Brineborn. Oh, there we go. There's the Nightpack Ambusher. There we go. That's essentially the win condition of our deck. And then we even have a Rewind too. So Rewind into Nightpack Ambusher. Looking pretty good. All right, let's see what we got here. Young Wolf. I don't want to waste Rewind on Young Wolf. I don't know if they're like trying to bait me. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. My turn. Let's just... it is... Yeah, I think we have to Make Disappear, so we might as well. Yeah. Okay, we did... Okay, I was to say, it's fine. Even if we did get rid of the Nightpack Ambusher, well, I don't know, it was pretty risky. But we don't have to worry about it. The Nightpack Ambusher is out. There's a Wolf token. We're having a good time. Let's go. All right, now it's just like really game over though, because now we have a Rewind and a Make Disappear. And I think we should not have dropped that land. That was actually a mistake because Baral can discard a card, and I don't think we really need more than 3 land. Let's not make that mistake again. Let's keep this coast, and yeah, Baral can draw a card, discard a card. So we dropped a land premature, but it's all good. So the Nightpack Ambusher, I don't think I'm gonna swing in just yet. Let's really take our time and gather the board. The Vizier of Poisons. I know this thing with the Young Wolf is so annoying because whenever you get rid of something, it just comes back and they make tokens, and we're not doing that. So let's go ahead and for the Rewind. We don't have any like super sexy, special, awesome Rewind things going on, but it's gonna be good enough. Let's go and get rid of this coast. Not a big deal. At least we get rid of it, so Baral's still doing work. Still gotta Make Disappear. They have 1 card in their hand. And I think we're starting to get the upper hand here. We got a Brazen Borrower, which is absolutely beautiful. Yeah, the Haywire might just not it doesn't do anything versus us. I think we're gonna be a little bit more aggressive. I don't think well, they can't kill the Nightpack Ambusher. They literally can't. It's a 4/4. They only have 1, 2, 3 power on the board, and we've got Make Disappear and a Brazen Borrower. So let's start being a little bit more aggressive, and they're gonna start chump blocking with these little O1s. What is the point of the O1s? I guess just to kind of go wide for the Vizier. Yeah, these come back before Undying. It's not that big of a deal though. So then the pack is coming out, and you gotta love it. We're getting stronger through the night, slowly but surely. So the Elven Chorus, it gives the creatures, it pretty much makes your creatures mana dorks, but we can use Brazen Borrower. So I think we are gonna wait, just in case they have something crazy in their hand that they're waiting to play. Shows they got Shelly. Well, here, let's do this. Let's go for Brazen Borrower, get rid of this, bounce this, and now we can go for Make Disappear because their creatures aren't going to be mana dorks. So let's bounce you, and now we can just Make Disappear because they're not mana dorks. So Make Disappear, you can't pay it anymore. We don't even have to pay the casualty cost. Brineborn is getting bigger. Baral is doing work. Take action. A lot of land, but it's fine. And we get to flash in the Brazen Borrower as well, and we're looking pretty good here. We do have to kind of finish the play out, though. We don't have lethal just quite yet. Snapcaster Mage, let's go. We can use a Snapcaster Mage for, I mean, essentially, I mean, they're a counter spell or just whatever, but I mean, we're gonna put a lot of pressure on them in right here. So, do I want to take Nightpacker? Yeah. Let's take the pack and see what we can find. Do I want to see what we don't have lethal with the Ambusher, so I think we'll keep it safe. Because if they go for double Young Wolf on the Ambusher, we get rid of, I don't want to lose my Ambusher. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, they're going to take a whopping, they're going to take but good whopping. Not, I guess like a semi-whopping. Down to 11. I guess we'll keep, well, if we do go for counters, yeah, let's just do this. We get another, I mean, again, the Nightpack Ambusher, it just takes over games. If you have counters up, it literally just takes over the game. So we've got the Elven Chorus. Do we want, let's go for the Snapcaster Mage. Yeah, now we can, and then just blow it up. Vermix, how you doing here? Let's go ahead and keep this. Pretty standard hand here. Kind of like what we got. Oh, is that a mulligan? Well, let's go ahead and give our opponent the friendly mulligan. Hello. Everybody needs a friend when you take a mulligan. So, there you go. Oh, we actually have the same avatar. So, I don't know if we're both playing Simic or what's going on here. I went with the Sleep-Cursed Faerie. I know this is historic. So, yeah, this is historic. And I'm still running the Sleep-Cursed Faerie. So, let's see if it can kind of match up to its hype. The Sleep-Cursed Faerie was probably the... I don't know, I mean, I just from my little circle, I think it was like the most hyped Eldraine card. One of them anyway. But. So Ornithopter comes out, and oh, a Crypt. Okay, this is like, oh, this has got to be like artifact spam. Okay. Let's drop the Watery Grove. Watery Grove. What's your plan here? A lot of times these things have like affinity for artifacts, or they do some like crazy stuff, but... Springleaf Drum, tap an untapped creature you control, add 1 mana of any color. Seems pretty standard. Nothing too crazy though. Moon, I know this one. I know that one's from Kamigawa. Okay. Again, I'm really starting to like a historic. I do want to dip my toes into other formats such as like historic, explorer, obviously historic brawl. I do want to get into historic brawl. The problem with historic brawl is that it's I don't know. I think like I would have to spend a lot on wild cards. I think I've already bought like the anthologies from the historic and like explorer stuff. So I actually did play from back in the day in 2019 and 20 or whatever before I was making content. So I already have a lot of the cards. If I start making historic brawl, I feel like I'd have to do like a lot of wild cards, but it is coming down the pipeline. Nevertheless, let's get back to the match here. Ornithopter, so Bonesaw. I mean, like, what are they doing? Like, what's the Treasure Vault? I mean, like, what are they? I don't understand. Like, like, nothing really like hurts that bad, you know? They can play this down 1-2. I probably am gonna go for Fading Hope just so that I can. Well, I don't know if I want to scry. I do kind of want to get into 5 land. You never really need more than 5 because that you can double tap the Brazen Borrower. Shadow Spear again, though. Like. Yeah, they can equip it, but they're missing something. The deck's missing something. I mean, they obviously have to have some sort of like final kibosh, like one like, because this is not threatening at all. Springleaf Drum, nothing. They have no protection. Shadow Spear 2. I know they can just like replay this, but like I guess we'll just Fading Hope it. I guess so that we can take our scry. Coast. Well, I don't know. We do have the rewind, but I think we'll keep it just so that we can go for Brazen Borrower and flash in the Fairy. Because like I do want to be fast. I don't know if they have. I don't know. Again, this is like such new territory here, but like there's nothing threatening here, so. Bonesaw. Bonesaw is ready. If you remember Spider-Man 1, the OG Spider-Man. Bonesaw is ready. Okay, I guess we'll just take Sleep-Cursed Faerie. I guess we'll just like get a stun counter off of it. Sure. Brazen Borrower, I don't think it's really that good. I mean, what can we bounce? All their stuff is so cheap that we don't really make good use of the Brazen Borrower. So I think we're just gonna try and race them. Yeah, I think we're just gonna race them. Let's go for the breeding. I'm gonna pay the life here. Swing in, get them down to 17. We got a Nightpack Ambusher and a rewind. There's really nothing they can do. Once this deck gets into rewind and Nightpack Ambusher, like there's just really nothing they can do. We're gonna counter them. An Ornithopter. It seems a little bit wasteful to waste a freaking 4-drop, not drop, but like a 4 mana costed counter. Just for an Ornithopter, but like they have nothing else, and we're gonna untap these lands, and then we're gonna get a Nightpack Ambusher, baby. Okay, yeah, I mean, they get a Swift Spear. That doesn't do anything though. It does give them lifelink, right? But like, who cares? Like, really? I don't want to be, you know, I'm sure there's a combo here, something, but this is just not that threatening. Go for Brazen Borrower, or we could trade with it and then just kind of like remove everything, but I think we're just better off going for Ambusher. So, yeah, down to 12 we go, and we flash this, and they have nothing going for them. Nothing I have to be afraid of. Let's go. In the night, Nightpack Ambusher. Let's go. Boom, here comes the Nightpack Ambusher. Ooh, you like those little evil eyes. We got the Brineborn Cutthroat. I'm going to play down this land, and we're just going to swing in, and now we're just kind of cruising. We don't have a counter spell anymore. We kind of, I don't want to say wasted on the rewind. Maybe I shouldn't have let it go. Maybe that was a little bit too aggressive to use the rewind on the Ornithopter. But we still have a Brazen Borrower, so like, is it, I mean, I think we're just going to kind of go for the throat here. Pun intended. Don't have a go for the throat, but we are going for the throat. Another crypt, like, what is this? I mean, like, we're gonna win this pretty safe and sound. I mean, there's just nothing they can really do. I'm gonna drop the Brineborn Cutthroat just so that we get the +1/+1 counter when we drop the Brazen Borrower. We can, yeah, I think we're gonna do it. If we do this, we kind of reset the clock a little bit. I know this is aggressive. I know it's aggressive, but I don't know. I think we can kind of afford to be. Just gonna play it down again or whatever. It's fine. Yeah, we should. Okay, yeah, maybe we should have taken it and then just like. Well, I don't think it really matters that much. They still have a 1/2. They just give it up. Okay. Well. Alrighty here. Let's see what we got going on. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this. Looks pretty good to me. We do have the Vendilion Clique. That is a pretty cool card. So Esper Sentinel. Okay. Again, pretty new to Historic. That's why I'm running Sleep-Cursed Faerie. I feel like Sleep-Cursed Faerie is a good enough card that we can run even in Historic, but I guess we'll see. Okay, got Fading Hope. Fading Hope's pretty good. I know that they can draw, so we're going to give them something here if we go for Make Disappear, but got to get into our third land. That's going to be the main name of the game. Don't really love this, so Sleep-Cursed Faerie. I guess we'll go ahead and Make Disappear. We could go for Brineborn. I guess we want to keep the Sleep-Cursed Faerie. Yeah, I guess we'll just keep it. I know that they get to draw as well. Yeah, the Esper Sentinel's really good. I mean, I see why it's all cracked up to be. We're gonna miss our land drop, which is pretty awful, but it's okay. We'll just pass. We'll make do. I think we can miss one land drop. I don't think we're gonna be able to miss two. That's gonna be a no-go. So we got Karn. Okay, what are we gonna do here? -2. What are they gonna grab here? They're gonna grab something. And liquid metal coating. Target permanent becomes an artifact. Okay. I don't know what kind of shenanigans you got up your sleeve there, but let's go ahead and go for Brineborn. I'm not gonna, yeah, we're not gonna block, but well, you know, they're tapped out. We don't have to worry about anything. Let's go ahead and play it. Thank goodness we get into our third land because that was getting a little bit scary. But here's the thing, though. I'm gonna go for Sleep-Cursed Faerie. Let's kill the Karn and then just go in there. And then we still have a Fading Hope, and it feels pretty good. Yeah, sure. If we can get into 4 land, then we're looking good. Oh, the One Ring. Oh my god. Again, this is Historic, not Explorer. I initially made this for Explorer, the Nightpack Ambusher, but then I was like, can we use this for Historic with the Clique and the Snapcaster Mage? And I was like, yeah, let's do it. So I'm gonna go for Fading Hope. I know that, you know, I kind of want to get my Brineborn. We gotta be aggressive here. I know that we don't do any damage. Plus, I wanted to go for the Scry. We do get the 4th land, but it comes in taps. So we're pretty much like 2 turns behind on our like counter spells, so not great there. If we take the Clique here, can't really swing in. Because they have protection from the ring. They do lose a little bit of life, so that's good. Oh, okay. I'm just scared of like a board wipe here. It really sucks not being able to have the rewind. Seal from Existence is better. It is better. It has Ward 3, but we can take care of it with the Brazen Borrower, potentially. Gonna take care of my Brineborn. Don't love it, but it's okay. With the Esper Sentinel, if we drop the Clique, though, they don't get the draw. So let's go ahead and drop this. Here we go. I'm running this in Historic. Otherwise, this would just be like an Explorer deck, but let's see if the Clique is all it's cracked up to be. Phyrexian Vindicator. Okay, I think we have the hardest time getting rid of the Vindicator. Vanquish the Horde is just a board wipe. I think we're gonna get rid of the Vindicator. I don't really. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I don't think it really matters. They're all threats. So I'm gonna swing in here again. I want to be pretty aggressive. So they're gonna take the One Ring. That's pretty interesting. I mean, they're gonna lose more life that way. So down to 11. And we still have a rewind, though. So they're going to lose 2 life here, right? I mean, they got all the cards in the world. The Esper Sentinel is granting them as much card advantage. Why are they going for the One Ring? They're going to put another counter on it. So, I mean, they're just going to lose more life, though. I mean, they're down to 9 life. I figured they got enough cards. Vanquish the Horde. Okay, I'm just going to go for rewind. You got one silly little planes open here, so I don't really care. You can draw. I don't care. We could auto pay this, but I don't care. Yeah, I don't care. Like, what? You have all the cards in the world. What's another one? You know what I mean? Like, whatever. Let's untap all these lands, and we still got a Brazen Borrower. What are you gonna do with 1 planes? Lay down to arms. Okay, that sucks. That sucks a lot. We gotta be aggressive. I could go for Brazen Borrower and then put it back and then play it again, but I don't think that's the move. I think, yeah. Oh, well, actually, it's if we go for Brazen Borrower on we're not gonna touch the flash. I think we're just gonna take this. It's fine, whatever. I mean, they're gonna lose 3 life from the One Ring, so that's actually what are we even worried about? What am I even worried about? The One Ring is gonna kill him. Again, I'm not super familiar with a lot of these cards, so the One Ring is still a little bit new to me. But yeah, the One Ring does, if I'm correct, right, it does 3 damage. Yeah, and that's just lethal. Cool. Biggest toad in town. Oh my goodness, the biggest one? Alright, I guess we're in for a treat today. Biggest toad in town, that was a mulligan. Let's go ahead and give you the friendly mulligan hello. Everybody needs a friend when you take a mulligan. That was even like a double mulligan. Ooh, okay. Well, let's see what you got here. Land URLs. Okay, we got a Fading Hope. I'm trying to think, should I get the Fading Hope down or should I go for Sleep-Cursed Faerie? If I go for Fading Hope, I mean, the Clique... yeah, I think we're just gonna probably go in for Sanctum. I think we're gonna go in for the Sleep-Cursed Faerie. We gotta get the stun counters off this thing pretty soon, so... Again, I'm kind of a standard convert, so I'm kind of going over to Historic, and this is not even Explorer. This is Historic, so I have no idea what the craziness is about to... okay, Burning Tree Emissary, I'm pretty familiar with this card. This is not that bad. I think if they go wide, Robber of the Rich, okay. And a Command faces Kakazan, so hey, look at that. Turn 2, they are out of their hand, but like I said, you know, gotta be a little bit careful here. Robber of the Rich, we do have our Snapcaster Mage, which is absolutely a wonderful card. Just trying to think of how I want to play this out. I think we're just going to go in for Sleep-Cursed Faerie number 2, and then just have a Fading Hope. That feels pretty decent. Okay, let's end the turn. Again, this is Historic. I'm pretty nervous here to be back in Historic. I'm definitely familiar with like most of the cards in here, but all the Anthologies I'm not very familiar with. Alright, so they're going to swing in. Yeah, I probably actually should have grabbed the Fading Hope. So that is... Because this is when it attacks, correct? Fortunately, it does not end up biting us as they just snag a land, so that's good. So I guess we're just going to go ahead and... Let's take the damage. I'm going to tell you why. Because if they bring it back, it costs... Yeah, let's do this. Let's take the damage. 12 is not that bad, and now I can go for Fading Hope. Yeah, this is it all ended up working out. Do go down to 11. Not great, but we do get the... a Nightpack Ambusher. We only have 3 life, though, so... I think we still want to take it. Spell Pierce is most likely dead. I guess we'll take it. It is pretty close though. So now Sleep-Cursed Faeries come back alive into the picture. We can go for Snapcaster Mage into the Fading Hope, which is just wonderful. And I think that's going to be the plan here. The Vendilion Clique, yeah, definitely can't make too good use of it. So my plan is to go for Snapcaster Mage. We're going to go ahead and hit a Fading Hope. And that's, ooh, Shatter Skull Charger. Okay, this is a Trample and Haste. This comes back to their hand, correct? Okay. This thing is definitely a problem. I'm just trying to think of how I want to do it. Do I want to go Snapcaster Mage on the Shatter Skull? I think so, but let's go ahead and let them attack. Let's have them commit. All right, let's go Snapcaster Mage. And now we're going to be able to get flashback on our Fading Hope. I guess we're going to have to put on the Shatter Skull, or yeah, the Shatter Skull Charger. Kind of sucks, we're going to have to pay 1, but this thing has Trample too, so that's just going to be a no-go. We do get the Soaring City, which sets up for our Nightpack Ambusher. And I'm going to go ahead and trade with the Etching Shore. Go down to 7, which isn't wonderful, but it's not terrible either. Alright. Just trying to think here. I mean, we are a little bit awkward. I mean, Spell Pierce is effectively dead in this matchup, but if we go for the Sleep-Cursed Faerie, we can't really do anything else, so I think the only way we're going to really be able to do anything... We can do this. Like, do we really care that much about this thing, though? A 4-3 Trample Haster is pretty brutal. Four could just trade with it, but I don't really want to trade. I think we're going to go ahead and do this. Let's put a stop at theirs and end the turn. Yeah, let's just do this now. Sure, whatever. I think that was a little bit unnecessary. We didn't have to put a stop here, but all right. Let's go and get rid of that, and now at least we don't have to worry about the Shatter Skull Charger. Might have been a little bit of fancy play syndrome there. I don't know why I put the stop on there, but I feel fancy today. Got a 3-1. I know they got the Robber of the Rich. I'm okay with just trading with the click here at this point. Alrighty. Ooh, a Fading Hope. That is not good. Fading Hope, oh my goodness. We're going to go on to 2? We could go for Spell Pierce, but we have to pay life that way. Yeah, I think it's still going to be worth it, though. It's going to have to be worth it. So here I said the Spell Pierce was worthless. No, not today. Alright, so we do make use of that Spell Pierce. And we're just going to have to block the Robber of the Rich. Yeah. Down to 3, but I think we'll be okay. Hall of the Storm Giants. And I am not swinging in. No. Let's just take a chill pill. See if I want to flash in the Nightpack Ambusher to kind of put like the finishing stamp on the game. Or do I want to go for the Sleep-Cursed Faerie and untap it? Robber of the Rich, we can handle that. I think as soon as they go to attackers, let's go ahead and go for Nightpack Ambusher. Just because I don't want them to get another card from the Robber of the Rich. We do go down to 2, but if Llanowar Elves is the only other card in their hand, we're going to go down to 1. Down to 1 we go. Come on. Another Nightpack Ambusher. Okay. I think we have to just swing in here. Yeah, I'm swinging in. We have to be aggressive. If they just top deck like pretty much like anything, we're screwed. So let's do that. We are going to make a Wolfie here. And then we get a Sleep-Cursed Faerie that we can untap. A Bone Crush, like anything just dealing damage pretty much kills us. And there it is. A Kamana Faces Kakazan. Unfortunately, there's nothing else we can do here. Yeah, there's nothing we can do. Oh my goodness. Gosh darn it, but good game. The loser, how you doing here? All right, so the loser. Okay, well, all right. Let's see what you got here for me, loser. Oh, is that a mulligan? Let's go ahead and give them the friendly mulligan. Hello, everybody needs a friend when you take a mulligan. Again, going with the Sleep-Cursed Faerie. I think we've been fairly lucky with the Sleep-Cursed Faerie. Omen of the Sea. So this is going to be like your stereotypical Yorian control. Okay, I think we're up for the challenge. I think the key to this, playing against this deck, is a lot of counter spells. But we got Spell Pierce and Make Disappear, so... And a Snapcaster Mage, so... I think we're going to be pretty okay. The way this deck is going to beat us is like with like big, clunky sorcery spells, like, you know, whatever, like Settle the Wreckage, I mean, whatever, Supreme Verdict or whatever. So, like, I think we have a really good matchup here. Don't want to toot my own horn yet, but I think we do. Alright, let's see if we can get into the swings. I do want to get... I'm going to pay the life here just in case we need both a Spell Pierce and a Make Disappear. And a Fading Hope. You never know. You never know. Yeah, I think we're, you know, kind of okay. We're going to coast. We got to be aggressive, though, because if we don't, you know, they're going to have so much land that they're going to be able to pay off our Make Disappears and Fading Hopes. So, another Spell Pierce. Well, let's waste absolutely no time. I've been talking up the Sleep-Cursed Faerie. You know, this is, again... I said it about like 5 times now, but this is historic. So let's see if we can do something here. So Memory Delusion. I think this is just going to be a pretty easy Spell Pierce. Yeah, let's just Spell Pierce, sure. Still got another one and a Make Disappear in the tank. Sure. Teferi, no way. Do we go for Make Disappear or Spell Pierce? I think the next turn we go for like Snapcaster Mage and then a Spell Pierce. So looking pretty good. So far, so good. Another Nightpack Ambusher, which really sucks considering that we already have 2 and we really needed a land drop, but not sweating yet. Not for at least another turn. They go for the Yorion. Okay, Yorion, the great CGB's card. CGB, like, if CGB was like Yugi in Yu-Gi-Oh, that would be like his Dark Magician. So, okay, I've got a Rewind. Gosh, the Rewind is such a good card, but not with 3 land. They are down to 11, so... There comes the Yorion. I think we're just going to Make Disappear. We can't... Yeah, this is why I kind of wanted to Make Disappear. We used the Spell Pierce before. Now we go for Make Disappear. Sure. Omen of the Sea. Still got a Fading Hope. Come on, we need another land. Give me another land. Oh! Alright, we got the Clique at least. So this is one of the cards that I'm running this in Historic over Explorer, just because I think that this card is so good that, you know, hey, we might be able to use it. So we don't have, I mean, we have Spell Pierce, but I think they're going to be able to pay off the Spell Pierce. So at this point, I'm just going to play this now, and I'm just going to see if I can just get rid of your greatest threat. Farewell. Let's get rid of that. I do not want you to Farewell. I don't care if you get to... It's not card advantage because they get to draw, but I don't care. Farewell is not good on my watch. I want to keep my creatures, especially playing this at sorcery speed. March of Otherworldly Light. Okay. They actually play their Jawari. It's a little surprising. Why would you play your Jawari? I have like no land. Now the world's our oyster. Now we got Rewind and Nightpack Ambusher. I mean, now... Oof. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know about that. Omen of the Sea. Okay. Pretty expensive scry. They do put something on top, so they have to like it at least a little bit. We do have Snapcaster Mage, though. Snapcaster Mage can just fly back in, and then we can just, you know, use Spell Pierce or something. I'm gonna try it. Let's go for Nightpack Ambusher. I'm like, sure. Let's go. Let's get the Wolvies out. Let's get the Wolves going. Jawari. Oh, so they had another Jawari. Okay, that's fine. Oh, Kadoki. I only have 1 card left in their hand. Like they like that, and then a Memory Deluge. Let's have them pay the ward and then gain control of target non-land permanent. Let's go ahead and rewind. Rewind! And they just give it up.